You want to be a motivational speaker, or you want to inspire your own team, or you want to inspire external people in the community, or even you want to go international level. Let's say you are doing right now domestically and you want to go international speaking ability, or you want to be an entrepreneur who wants to build your own career on digital space. That means you find the right video to watch. Because last 3 years of time, I almost spoke 300 international conference, workshop, and training as a trainer or facilitator, and I'm going to give you 5 tips. Whatever level it is, doesn't matter. You may be beginner, you could be a mid-level, or you could be an advanced level. If you're already an international speaker, amazing. But if you're not, if you watch this video, because I'm going to give you 5 tips that will significantly, basically 5x, whatever you're doing today, 5x your ability. You want that, right? So let's get started. What are we waiting for?
After working like last 15 years in IT field, this is what I realized. What is IT? Yeah.
Sure, thank you.
So let's give a big hand to these student leaders to bring the training to you. Why don't you give them a big hand to them? So tip number 1, you are there in a conference or workshop or trainer. Genuinely put in your heart, you are there to give. You are not there to take anything. Don't even think about that. You are over there to receive their speaking fees, or how much people are going to say you thank you, or how much people are going to give you a lot of claps. It doesn't matter anything. You should be even not expecting not there to have a good lunch, or even not there to meet a lot of people. You are only the reason there to give some values. The better value you can give, the better it is. So you want to be a great speaker. So this is something you hard put in your mind. You are there to give, not to receive anything with any means. So when you bring this inside of you, you will see there's a significant change what you're doing today. So that's why I told you this is so much important, because a lot of speakers I have seen, they're there because they are the fees, they want to have speaking money, they want to publish their books, they have to promote their movies, or want to promote their upcoming books, or want to promote their business. That is not actually counterproductively slowing them down to become a great speaker. There is a purpose. There could be a purpose. You can put them aside. But you got to think about the first and foremost important thing is you're there to give a value with 100% commitment, with zero expectation in return. So that was my tip number 1. You are there to give. So now the tip number 2, audacity. Build an incredible audacity inside of you. You are there to give any particular value because you have built some particular skill sets or particular experience you have. You're there to give to the people. So there will be some people who will be disagreeing with you because there's hundreds of people in front of you, and there may be some of them will disagree with you, and not only that, probably some of the people even know more than a particular piece of your whole speech. So they even come up with better comments. So bring an audacity to face those things and say, it's fine, I know this part, and you probably know that part, and this is the part I know better. So let's listen to me. And if you know that one, great. Let's talk about it after my speech, and I want to know from you too as well. So build that amazing audacity power inside of you to drive you forward. All right? The willingness to take the bold actions. So that will bring you to the stage and really make you speak and help you to overcome the fear of judgment, the fear of failure, the fear of nervousness, everything. So that was my tip number 2, all right? So now I'm going to give you the tip number 3. Authenticity engages a lot. So if you're trying to be a speaker and you're thinking that you want to do a lot of research on internet, or you want to see a lot of TED Talks, or I get TED Talks, so I'm nothing wrong to watch the TED Talks, I'm saying you. But I'm telling you is this. If you're continuously watching other people talks, and reading a lot of books, or let's say you are reading a lot of internet things, that's good, that's bring you knowledge. But if you're bringing this thing as a copy inside of your speech and trying to tell to other people in the stage, very, very quickly, a lot of people are going to pick it up, because you probably speak to hundreds of people, and there's a lot of amazingly smart people out there, and they can pick like that you are just a copycat, or you are making a story copycat. So you gotta be actively avoiding that one. How to handle it, right? So this is the point. To handle this, to being and actively being a person to create a lot of experience and stories in your life, you need to be a person who need to expose yourself to real life situations. It could be a very small situation. You can look at a dog, and that dog is actually reacting with you. Or you can look at your baby, or look at your girlfriend, look at your boyfriend or husband or wife, or your colleagues or your teammates, and see how they are living their life around you. And that, if you pay attention closely, you will see a lot of stories you will pick up, and you can listen to them, you can pick it up, and use those personal stories and experiences in your speeches. That will going to be a significantly improve your speaking ability, and that will make you a lot more engaged with the audience, because it's always story always matter. Because when you tell a particular story, audience always want to hear, because this is what the human brain is programmed for. Human always want stories, because the stories is the most easiestly consumable way to learn something or get a particular key message. So you have to back a story by key message, back a key message with the story. It should be always that tick-tock, tick-tock. That's the way you need to do it. So, alright? So now I'm going to give you the tip number 4. This is very important. You need to think about being a very aware about where you're going and what you're going to deliver. So if you always should be looking into it to who you are speaking. Let's say if you're speaking about to CEOs, so you have to pick up a particular business acumen. When you're talking to managers, you have to have another type of thing. If you think you're speaking to a lot of medical doctors, you have to pick up another kind of business acumen, medical terms, different kind of approach. When you're talking to business people, let's say MBAs, you have to talk another way. You're talking to university students, you have to pick up another way too. But not only that, it's also matter too. When you come to the stage, you have to feel that way. So I want to tell you a story happened to me. So I've been speaking like 300 workshops and conferences internationally, but I never ever had a speech in a wedding ceremony. So a few weeks back, one of my friends told me, John, you are my best friend, and I really want you to give me a speech in the wedding ceremony. I said, wow, I will do it. But then I immediately realized, what? I have never ever spoke to a wedding ceremony. How I'm gonna speak to a wedding ceremony? How do I pick it up? So by human, I went to the internet and tried to see some samples to see how it goes through some of the wedding speeches, some tips, and immediately understand that this is nothing for me actually. I need something. It's out of me. And I don't know what kind of guests are coming over there. I don't know the circle, the educational level, nothing. So how do I do this? The only way to deal with this one, I need to go to the stage and I need to feel the audience. So I come to the wedding, I'm sitting down, and there's a free flow of beer going on all around. And everybody in the chill mood. And I've been always like a professional speaker, so now I'm in a situation where people are drinking that much, beers and wines going on, and I'm going to talk to them. So if I spook my mouth, opened it with a lot of professionalism, it's going to be extremely boring. They probably will cheer, John, boring! So I need to feel like, how do I deal with this lot of party people right now? So I walked into the stage, and I looked around, and I laughed. I just laughed. And I just said, well, I never ever spoke to wedding conferences. Here my actively being aware of letting people know. And I'm not an expert in love too. Love, marriage, wedding, these are nothing of my area of expertise. But I'm here to tell you something which hopefully is going to make value to you, because my best friends say that if I come over and spoke to this conference, to you or everyone, that will be the greatest gift for them. So I came over to stand and give a speech how I'm related to their life. And I start. And when I start, People listen to me. They saw that I am being authentic. I am actively engaging, and I'm telling them why I am here. My purpose is to make my two best friends who are getting married happy and make something for them and putting my best effort. And that's just electrifying. That's like a clear signal to the whole audience. Immediately understand that this guy is going to be fun. This guy is going to be authentic. This guy even probably going to be funny. And everybody listened. I got like thousands of views of that video when I posted down in social media after that. So this is why you have to be focused about it. You really need to be aware to connect with the audience, to who you are talking and what mood they are in, what is the educational level, how old they are, and what kind of situation is this. And now, the tip number 5. Practice makes a man perfect, but actually it's wrong. Practice doesn't make a man perfect, it makes a woman perfect too. So every woman and man need to perfect. Like you want to be a great speaker, you need to practice over and over and over. It's like an example, you're doing this punch practice, right? You're punching. The better you punch, and the more effort you're going to give, more power you're going to get. The same like the golf swing you're making. The more you make, the better it becomes every day. Like in badminton, the more you smash, the better you get control of the racket and the shuttlecock and the exactly location you want to put. So you got to practice. Find every possible way to practice your speaking skill. And in the beginning, you can start in front of mirror to yourself, and then you can do it to your friends. You can do it to your classmates, and you can tell them, "Hey, give me feedback. Was it suck? How suck was that? What things I could do better?" Your friends, your family members, they loves you, man. So they probably will give you the most genuine and more lovely feedback to you. If they're absolutely giving you terrible feedback, and after keep doing it for a few weeks, and you can see that there's nothing improving, that's a very good news for you. Why? That means speaking is not something for you. You need to do something else. Probably speaking in front of the people is not your expertise. You have your own strength inside of you. Why you have to build your weaknesses to a strength? It's a way too painful journey, and it takes a lot of time to build that muscle, and probably will take years to become just like a normal level of speaker. So probably speaking directly not your expertise. Start writing a vlog, writing a book. And try it, and probably creating videos like this in front of the camera, probably your better expertise. So try other these options rather than being a public speaker. So this is my bonus tips. Try for a few weeks and you see that you're not making progress. Change the approach. I'm not telling you to giving up your speaking passion. I'm not telling you to give up. I'm just telling you to find a better approach, the channel to reach to thing. Because when you're a speaker, you're simply bringing this thing to your brain, to your audience brain. So you can bring it to standing in front of a lot of people, thousands, hundreds of people, and you can give this message directly by your mouth, or you can use different kind of online channels, books, writing, blogs, videos like this to send your message to audience. So this is your bonus. Remember this one. You don't need to give up. But you probably just need to only change the approach, and that's how you can be a great masterpiece public speaker. All the best. Go ahead and keep some stunning practicing, and if you have need any questions, any suggestions, please go ahead and comment below in the video. I would love to answer you. And if you have watching and you are one of the experts over there, go ahead and put some of your suggestions as well. I would love to read your suggestions and interact with you, and probably become a friend with you as well too. So what are you waiting for? You want to be a public speaker, right? So go ahead, start punching to be a great speaker. All the best.